that are exposed here and need to be sealed over, so FYI. And then overall, your roof covering, the shingles on it, one layer of asphalt composite, architectural shingles with fiberglass backing, appear to be holding up really well. If I were to guess, it looks like this is a newer roof, so I'm not sure if it was replaced when it was hit with a little bit of hail, but I am not seeing any evidence of hail damage on this roof. Your shingles, I'm not seeing any curling, cracking, cupping, or evidence of granule loss. They appear to be in very good shape. I am seeing a little bit more evidence of hail here. You can see it peppered down through the fascia wrap. So FYI. Your vinyl siding is installed tight to the roof deck here, making it difficult to determine if that's flashed properly. It should be step flashed or have an L bracket flashing with a drainage channel down through it. That L bracket flashing with a drainage channel will cause the shingle, the lip on the shingle, to curve up a little bit, and I'm not seeing that, so hopefully it's step flashed. But I'm not able to get up underneath there and actually determine that. These shingles are all adhered, so FYI, one of the limitations today. Onto the back side, you do have a skylight, one of those sun, I forget what they're called, but the glass on it or plastic top has 3 screws you remove if it ever gets cracked from hail. Appears to be in good shape right now. And then your rubber boots on the back side around the sewer stack appear to be in good condition. Not seeing it cracking open at all. You do have exposed nail heads on that. Get them sealed up. Overall, your roof appears to be in very good shape. You do have proper shingle stagger on the shingles. And I'd put an estimated remaining useful life somewhere around 30 years. Assuming the attic ventilation is corrected and assuming no future hail damage. This is the garage section of the report. Your concrete floor in here overall appears to be in very good condition. It does slope properly towards the front. Just have a couple minor hairline cracks in it, nothing I'm worried about. And then your wall above appears to be plumbing in good shape. We do have 2 diagonal cracks on the back wall. You can see them running up here. They're hairline at this point, but I do want to get them documented for you on video. Just keep an eye on it. And this would be one reason to make sure your grading on the back is corrected, so you're not putting a lot of volume of water in that soil and having that wet soil being pushing against that foundation. So FYI. That's the only sign of movement I saw. And then your drywall in here overall appears to be fine. The walls and ceilings appear to be in good shape. I'm not seeing any signs of stains or leaks anywhere. You do have a fire rated door going into your utility room, fire rated door going into the house. The only issue I have with the fire barrier is obviously this hole they cut for getting access to their storage. And what I would recommend is making sure it's at least 5/8 of an inch Type-X drywall on the door, or making sure it's 3/4 inch plywood with insulation behind it. So your fire barrier is proper, and when that door is shut, you want to make sure it is sealed, because that is right now a breach of the fire barrier. Your outlets in here, the only one that's GFI protected is this one, and this one's tied into the one out here. The rest of them are grounded 3-prong but not GFI protected, and I would recommend having a licensed electrician upgrade those for safety reasons to GFI protection. The garage doors did open and close fine. The auto reverse features on them. With the electronic eyes operated properly. This one here with the down pressure did fail, and you want to adjust the down pressure screw on it, which is over here, the close limit. You should be able to hold your hand out lightly as the door is coming down and push up, and it should stop and have the door auto reverse. This one over here worked fine. No other issues observed. One more comment on the garage section of the report. Your fire rated door here, the door jamb above it has a gap, and that needs to be filled in. That would be a breach of the fire barrier also. when you get into the utility room, the ceilings aren't finished, the walls aren't finished over. So that's very important to get that sealed. This is the attic section of the report. We've got a truss rafter system here. The trusses appear to be properly installed. I'm not seeing any cracks in the wood cords or web members. However, I am seeing issues with the gusset plates up at the peak. It looks like whoever dropped these off may have damaged them, or they were damaged when they were put into place. We've got pretty much, there's all the gusset plates except for 2 trusses up here in this attic area that's not, that doesn't have the scissor trusses, where it's not the vaulted ceiling. Every one of them, except for 2, have gusset plates that are loose. And it's loose on both sides. Some spots are bad enough where the teeth are pulled all the way out, like this one. And it's, like I said, every single one of these, you can see it right here. You can see it on the other side. You can see it on this side. And I'm just going to walk down through here. This one here is on this side. This one here is on both sides. That one right there is one of the 2 that are good. The next one over you can see pulling out. This one was the other one that was good. And this one's pulling out right there. The next one, you can see is pulled out almost all the whole teeth. This one was bad enough they tried to fix it, and it's still mangled, not fixed properly. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 trusses, and 11 of them are damaged. So I would recommend having a truss manufacturer come out here, review and repairs deemed necessary. What that will entail is them coming out with a portable press, taking off these gusset plates, and then putting bigger ones on in their place. And with that portable press, they'll squish them back in together with a certain PSI and get them fixed. Or you can hire a licensed structural engineer to come up here and draw up the plans on how to fix them with putting plywood or chipboard on both sides for a certain number of square inches, with so many nails per square inch as well. So both ways you can fix it. Your roof deck is chipboard. It does have H-clips properly installed. At first glance, it looks like you got plenty of baffles until you realize that whole front end is a gable end. And they did put a slit across there in the roof deck to allow for air to flow between the gable end and this other area, the main attic. Where I have an issue is you have evidence that there's been excess moisture up here. You can see staining and drip marks. A whole line of it right here running across. Where you've had excess moisture. And if you look up, all your nails coming through the roof deck are rusted. Luckily, I'm not seeing any mold growth on the roof deck. But, like I was pointing out front, on the outside, you do have inadequate attic ventilation. You don't have enough intake on the whole front side of the house. So for that reason, I would recommend having a licensed roofing contractor come up here, review this, and correct so the attic ventilation is proper. If you don't, it can continue to lead to more moisture issues in the attic space. Mold growth can lead to higher utility bills, will cause the shingles to wear out a third faster, and the day those shingles were installed, the manufacturer's warranty is null and void. So there's 4 good reasons to get it all corrected. Your insulation is loose blown fiberglass, and it is about 11 to 14 inches thick, depending on where you measure. You can see more drip stains in the attic here. So you know it's been an issue. I'm not seeing any other issues down through the back side.